everybody, how are you today? Welcome to another business English class 2, of course, the second one. Now today we will talk about writing business emails. So let's talk about something a bit more professional now. Let's be formal. It is a bit of a trick, so sometimes people think they know how to write, or they just write like they were writing to a friend. Sometimes they think it's just like a Facebook comment or a YouTube comment. It's not like that. There are rules and we will break them down so we will never make a mistake again. First of all, guys, the subject. What is the subject? The subject is the title, quote unquote, of the email. What the email is about. The subject. So guys, summarize the email in a 6 to 8, okay, from 6 to 8 word subject. So let's make it very concise, very objective. So one thing that you cannot do is just be vague. Don't be vague as in meeting or a meeting at 7. Don't be vague like that. You can be more precise. You don't need to write a text in the subject. That is also very bad. So if you make a big one, I've met a few people who would write the whole email in the subject, and that is very bad. So don't be vague either. Just, you can talk about like meeting about the analytics or meeting about sales from December at 7. It's okay. You will develop more the topic in the body of the email. That will be just fine. Let's begin. I've been writing now. Begin with a greeting. So don't forget to say hi, right? But in a formal way. So greetings are important. We will talk about types of greeting later on. These are just the bullet points of a perfect email. Thank the recipient, like the person who receives or the people who receive the email. They must be thanked as in, let's say it's a reply. So we will be like, thank you for replying, because you're already replying again. So thank you for replying, or thank you for your time, something like that. You will show gratitude. That is very important in business. State your purpose. Again, be objective. Not too direct, as in forgetting the 2 first parts, but state your purpose. Don't be mysterious or vague, like I mentioned before. Add your closing remarks. So to finish your email, of course, you will be like, so in conclusion, blah, blah, blah. You will, finish what you have to say. But of course, this is not to be confused with and with a closing, as in best regards, kind regards. We will talk about examples later. Moving on. Now let's break them down. Be concise and practical. Be concise and practical. So it's very useful if you have topics. Use bullet points. There is no problem whatsoever at all if you're using bullet points to talk about business, right? So first topic, this. Boom. Second one, this. Bullet points, they will be very straightforward, as well as bold letters. If you're not comfortable using bullet points, you can use bold letters. So the words or the phrases or sentences that are very important, boom, bold. Okay, so they will have a highlight, so to say. References to other emails. Now, how to do it? So if you sent an email before or you already talked about it, how to avoid confusion. Try to keep the same conversation. What is the conversation in an email? If somebody sends you an email, you will reply that email, and the person will try, at least they should, again, reply with the same conversation. They will not send you a new one, okay? And try not to talk about other emails in different conversations. So So try to keep everything organized so that you know what it is about, and it's easier to keep track of the conversation. Share links. Now it is about something else, another email or another website, something extra, external. Share the link for that. So don't say, like I mentioned in that email I sent you yesterday at 4 p.m. It doesn't matter if you're very detailed. It's hard for people to go back and check where the email is and whatnot. Just share the link, okay? So here, the link for the email I sent you, especially if it's like Google Docs or something. It's very easy to send the URL of the link, of course. Formality and politeness. Okay, so these are the things we have to avoid because we want to be formal and we have to have a certain level of politeness. We cannot be thinking that we're talking to friends or whatnot. So don't say thanks. What do you mean, teacher? You just said that you have to thank the recipient later on. You say thanks. It's not possible. You just cannot say thanks because that's what you say in informal environments. So you have to say thank you, or I thank you for blah blah blah, or thank you would be great. Slangs, avoid it. Please avoid it like the plague. Slangs are not good, as well as phrasal verbs. It might sound they might sound harmless, but don't overuse phrasal verbs. Usually, 90% of the cases, they do have a synonym in one word, so you can use that word, and it's usually more formal. So you will be like, wow, showing off, you're awesome English. And abbreviations as well, as in because, you cannot say cuz, or you cannot say BC, because. As well as other types of abbreviations, try to avoid them as well. Formal greetings and closings. Examples now, we have how to start an email. Good afternoon, or if you want to complete good afternoon, Mr. blah blah blah. Good morning, of course, good evening, doesn't matter. Greetings. Dear Dr. or Mr. something. Okay, put Smith because it's very common, a very common last name. So dear Dr. Smith, dear Mr. whatever, as well as Ms., Miss, Mrs. Smith. So it doesn't matter how you started, as long as you have these things to go by. We will talk about closings. I look forward to your response. So I look forward is a bit of a cliche right now because everybody uses it, but just stick to what is known, what do you know for sure that works. So I look forward, or looking forward to. Remember that since this is a preposition, if we use a verb after that, we have to use in the gerund form. So looking forward to listening or hearing something, looking forward to seeing, looking forward to going somewhere, looking forward to meeting you. Of course, you're going to use ing for look. You can say, I look forward to meeting you, look forward to doing something. I hope to hear from you soon. I hope to hear from you soon. I want to reply. It's kind of urgent. I don't need to say, please answer it now or answer as soon as possible. I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you for your time. Again, showing gratitude, very important. Looking forward to hearing from you, as mentioned before. Don't forget, guys, to sign your name if you need personal information as well. Now, how does it work? Sign your name if you don't have anything already set in your email. So some people, they already have like a kind of a business card there. So your name is already there, your profession, your number. But if you don't have it, put your name, put important information if it's necessary, of course, like your phone number or your business number, other type of information such as your address, as long as it's needed. Proofread your email. What is proofreading? You have to read what you wrote. That's very simple. Just check if you're following the pattern, okay? If you're doing everything that we told you to do, check it. If you're not using a word that you shouldn't or whatnot. It's not that you should scan it word for word, but just skim it, right? Just check. Is that okay? Just don't write anything from your head and send it. That is complicated. You can get into trouble because you probably didn't mean something. And that is it for this class, guys. Thank you so much. You can practice writing emails to yourself, to friends, just for practice. And I hope to see you in the next class. Bye-bye.